Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the elect. All right, I was watching this video here, all right, done by the elder brother Ahmath Baqar. All right, as you can see, GMS Awakening 144. I believe his main page is 144 Ba, and this might be the backup page, but it's called Straight Out of the Horse's Mouth. America as you know it will be gone. All right, and you know, the video is basically on point, but I wanted to use this first part right here. All right, on Trump basically, you know, sounding as his last warning, his final warning. Okay, and he's basically, in a sense, telling you the things that we tell you is going to happen to this place. All right, so I'm just going to play it, and then we'll get a couple of scriptures on it. All right.
Wins these Senate seats. If the left wins these Senate seats, they will abolish the Senate. You know this, the filibuster. They will knock it out. Well, I've been saying, to be honest with you, for a long time, they're going to do that. At some point, they're going to do that. And why don't we do it first? I said it. If they're going to do it, you might as well do it first. And now everybody said, you were right. But you know what? I want to be wrong because I want these two to win, because if they win, we don't want to do it. It's a bad thing for our country. But that would give them the power to ram through every deluded piece of left-wing legislation that they've ever wanted, that they've ever dreamt of. Your religious liberty will be gone. Your Second Amendment will be gone. Your borders and Great New Wall will be gone. Your police departments will be gone as we know them, and your life savings will be gone. Will be like a large-scale version of so many other countries that you look at that are poverty. Will be like a large-scale version of so many other countries that you look at that are poverty. America as you know it will be over. America as you know it will be over, and it will never, I believe, be able to come back again.
Hear that? It will never be able to come back again. Now, I believe there is a scripture here in Isaiah 47. All right. This is Isaiah chapter 47, verse 5. It says, no, there's another one. There it is, Isaiah 47:1. It says, come down, and America, all right, or the virgin daughter of Babylon is synonymous. So it says, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. All right. So basically, just as you just heard Trump say, okay, this place is basically going down. All right. The elites are basically getting ready to clean house. They're getting ready, all right, to do that ultimate reconstruction, all right, of this world, to bring in their new world order, which ultimately is the Most High's plan at the end of the day. But everything he listed, all the things he mentioned in here, okay, it's basically that you could say symptoms of Jacob's trouble. Okay, now he mentioned all your savings, okay, because, you know, as the brother also mentioned in his video, they're trying to, you know, do that what's that thing called? That universal basic income, all right, through the Great Reset, all right, where they're trying to have it to where you don't own anything, you just rent things, you know. They're trying to change up the whole system. Now he mentioned abolishing the Senate, okay, and I'm gonna play it again so you can hear it.
If the left wins these Senate seats, they will abolish the Senate. You know this, the filibuster. They will knock it out. Well, I've been saying, to be honest with you, for a long time, they're going to do that. At some point, they're going to do that. And why don't we do it first?
You hear that? They're going to abolish the Senate. At some point, they're going to do that. And why don't we do it first? Okay? But, hey, nonetheless, we're going to see. You know, there's, you know, the way it's looking like, you know, they are going to take Trump out, you know, out of office and put Biden in there, all right, and have him, you know what I'm saying, push all these different things. But, hey, we got to watch and see how it goes, okay? But we know, I mean, you're hearing it from his mouth, all right? Supposedly a so-called insider to an extent, all right?
I said it. If they're going to do it, you might as well do it first. And now everybody said, you were right. But you know what? I want to be wrong because I want these two to win, because if they win, we don't want to do it. It's a bad thing for our country. But that would give them the power to ram through every diluted piece of left-wing legislation.
Ram through every diluted piece of left-wing legislation. All right, and we're hearing a lot of bills that are being proposed that, you know, they haven't, of course, been passed yet, but they're still being put on the table. You know, a while back, some lady came out and said that people who refuse to wear masks or, you know, refuse the vaccine should be basically tried for murder. All right, you had another one in for New York. All right, where they're trying to set up um, camps, detention centers for those who don't want to take the vaccine. You know, amongst many other bills. Okay, and under the pressure of the cases getting bad, now they're saying the new strain, all right, that mutated, the one from the UK, is now in New York. Okay, so I mean, with the help of, you know, the propaganda, they're gonna be able to push these things
that they've ever wanted, that they've ever dreamt of. Your religious liberty will be gone.
Your religious liberty will be gone. Okay. Now, why is he saying that? You know, why is he? I thought Biden was coming to make everything great again. You know, I thought he was the guy who likes everybody and all faiths and all that. But he said your religious liberty will be gone. Why is that? What is he going to do? You know, what are they going to do? What do they have planned?
Second Amendment will be gone. Your borders and Great New Wall will be gone. Your police departments will be gone.
Your police departments will be gone. Now, even, you know, even Trump or whatever form of government comes up in there knows that you can't run a society without police. So police, you know, your police department being gone isn't referring to them having no form of authority. It just means that it's probably going to be a different form of authority. Okay. Now, if you take away the police, who are you bringing in? The army. I mean, they're already here. You know, helping so-called distribute this vaccine. It's only a matter of time until they're put in charge of actually administering it.
And as we know them, and your life savings will be gone, will be like a large-scale version of so many other countries that you look at that are poverty. Will be like a large-scale version of so many other countries that you look at that are poverty.
That are poverty, right?
America, as you know it, will be over.
Basically, America is going to become a third world country. Okay, but that's also prophesied, as the Lord said through the mouth of Isaiah. All right, this is the book of Isaiah 47:9. It says, but these two things shall come to thee in a moment, in one day, the loss of children and widowhood. They shall come upon thee in their perfection, for the multitude of thy sorceries, and for the great abundance of thine enchantments. For thou hast trusted in thy wickedness, thou hast said, none seeth me. Thy wisdom and thy knowledge, it hath perverted thee, and thou hast said in thine heart, I am, and none else beside me. So they basically are in that. That's why it tells you in the book of Obadiah that what? The pride of thine heart hath deceived thee. All right? America has gotten so proud that they think that they're untouchable. Okay? Nonetheless, what they fail to understand is they are on the radar of the Heavenly Father and the Son, and they're about to be struck down quick. As YAHAWASHI said, I beheld Satan, you know, falling as lightning. All right, they're about to fall from that power seat to the ground so fast that it's going to be, you know, it's going to be a sight to behold. Okay, so now let's move on. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 51, verse 8. It says, Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. You see, now, what is he going to say at the end? Let's hear this.
Over. America, as you know it, will be over, and it will never, I believe, be able to come back again.
Boom. It'll never be able to come back again. Jeremiah 51:8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. So it didn't fall to get back up. It fell to go into perdition. Howl for her, take balm for her pain, if so be she may be healed. Check this out. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. She's not coming back. This place is not coming back. Forsake her, and let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies. Because The elites, the Lord, see, where they got tricked is the Lord allows them to break down society, but in their minds they think they're breaking it down to build it back up better, aka the New World Order. But as they break it down and Jacob's trouble hits and all this chaos breaks loose, they're not gonna get a chance to build it back up. All right, they're not gonna get a chance to build it back up into the New World Order, because once it's broken down and the judgment has been accomplished, the Lord is gonna end it right there for them. Okay, He's gonna end it right there for them, because that's according to prophecy. That's why it tells you in the book of Job that he, I believe it's Job, where he said basically there's a bound that they cannot pass. All right, and also in Job 20 it tells you that when they're about to fill their belly, that's when the Most High is going to intervene. So He's not going to allow you to build it back up. He will definitely allow you to tear it down. Hell yeah, Most High going to be with you, break down society, cripple the economy, all these things, because it fulfills the prophecies of destruction. But for you to actually build it back up in your New World Order, that's a dub. That's not happening. Okay, and that's why it says we would have healed Babylon, because at some point this is going to get out of control. It's going to get out of Esau's power, out of his hand. All right. And as Trump said in his final warning here, that this space is basically going to become like a large scale third world country. All right. But it's going to be far worse. Okay. People are not going to be right now, as decrepit and horrible as this place is, it still runs with some form of order. You still have trucks that come and sweep. You have people that still take out the garbage. You have the MTA. All these things are still running, but very soon all that is going to stop. All right, this is the book of Proverbs 24 and 31. It says, "And lo, it was all grown over with thorns and needles, and covered the face thereof, and the stone wall thereof was broken down." Now, of course, it's going into a slothful man, but this is the same thing that's going to happen to this place. The walls are going to be broken down. The buildings are going to be broken down. You're going to have burnt buildings, bushes, like a scene out of the movie I Am Legend. All right. And that's what Ezra saw. This is the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 16, verse 22. "For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine." And the UN, there was an article that came out and said that they should, the world should prepare, because this year is going to be catastrophic. All right, there's going to be famines of biblical proportions. Why? Because that's to fulfill this prophecy of majority of the people on the earth perishing of famine. It says, "And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy." So there's going to be judgment on every corner. All right. Verse 23, "And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them." Now, when somebody dies, as of right now, when somebody dies, you go, they do their body, they prepare it, you got the funeral homes, so on and so forth. You got to pay for the coffin and the casket and all the funeral expenses and all that extra work just to bury one person. And you got people dying by the thousands, by the tens thousands, hundreds thousands, millions, dropping dead. Who's going to even be at the morgue? Who's going to be at the funeral home? Who's going to be? Nobody. So when somebody dies, your friend might die as you are both running from danger. What you think is going to happen? Their body's going to lay right there. You think the trooper's going to stop and say, hold up, let's have a moment of silence, and then pick up your friend and go bury them for every body that drops? Hell no. All right? The bodies are going to be laying, all right, out there like dung on the streets. Like when you walking down the street and you accidentally step in some dog feces, and how it was just laying there, no regard for it. Yeah, that's how it's going to be with dead bodies, because of how so many people are going to die pursuant to this great judgment that's coming. It says, "And there shall be no man to comfort them," because people are going to be dying. No, first of all, everybody's going to be scared. People are going to be dying. Who's going to be there to comfort you? You crying, "Oh, my sister died." The next person going to tell you, "My daughter and my son and my mom died." You want me to comfort you? I need comfort myself. People are going to be bugging out, losing their minds, going crazy. All right. It's going to be that survival of the fittest. Me before you. And that's why a man of the Lord is going to be so precious. Okay. Because we're not going to be in that desperate state where we're out here, you know, running around doing this wild shit that everybody else is doing. Okay? And so, and plus, the Lord is going to protect us and provide for us. Okay? Us and Lord willing, you know, our loved ones, whoever the Lord may see fit to be with us in that time. All right? And whoever is a part of the elect, ultimately. It says, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. So right now, people might not see it. People might think things are getting back, you know, getting better and so on and so forth. It's not. It's not, because things can't get better until these prophecies get fulfilled. Okay? The way the prophecy is said is things have to get worse and worse and worse and worse until ultimately this land gets destroyed by thermonuclear fire. After that, things can start getting better. Okay? On a world scale. Verse 24. There shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it. The trees shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripen, and who shall tread them? For all places shall be desolate of men. See, there's going to be so many people dead. Who's going to be doing their jobs? You know, who's going to be farming? Who's going to be the truckers? Who's going to bring it to the factories? Who's going to prepare it? Who's going to bring it to the grocery stores? You know, who's going to be doing all of that? Nobody, because the place is going to be desolate. A lot of, and this isn't something Ezra just thought about and, oh, I'm going to write this down. He saw it. He's describing it. So he probably saw Manhattan empty as hell, dead bodies on the corners of the street, okay? Probably looked up to D.C., looked into Texas, looked, you know, the Lord showed him all the different locations, and this is what he's writing, you know? Verse 27, so that one man shall desire to see another and to hear his voice. Hello? Hello, is anybody there? Can you hear me? You know? Like I said, straight out of I Am Legend. You know? Can you hear me? Is there anybody alive? You know, ain't nobody there. They're all dead. Verse 28, for of a city there shall be 10 left, 2 of the field, which shall hide themselves in the thick groves and in the clefts of the rocks, as in an orchard. Because, you know, you go, of course, in post-apocalyptic times, you always have those few people that are able to, you know, slip out of their hands, and, you know, they'll be hiding underground in the sewers and abandoned buildings and so on and so forth. All right. It says, as an orchard of olives, upon every tree there are left 3 or 4 olives. Yeah, you know. It says, because also when you go into the law, we weren't, you know, when we were like harvesting, we weren't supposed to take everything. Once you go to first round, whatever's left, you leave it there. You know, if you got a cluster of grapes, you're not supposed to take every single tiny grape right off the thing and leave it bare. Okay, there's always 1 or 2 or 3 left. All right, for those that were widows or those that were poor, you know, and so on and so forth. Verse 30, or as when a vineyard or vineyard is gathered, there are left some clusters of them that diligently seek through the vineyard. Even so, in those days, there shall be 3 or 4 left by them that search the houses with the sword. All right, so there's going to be a few, you know, that escape the hands of, you know, you know, these troops and so on and so forth. It says, and the earth shall be laid waste, and the fields thereof shall wax old. And it's going to be through chaos that this place is going to go from what you see now to what we're reading about. It says, and her ways and all her paths shall grow full of thorns, because no man shall travel therethrough. You know, no more cars like you see now, traffic. It's always like that. In the beginning, when shit hits, everybody, you know, all these cars are packed on the highway. You know, people are honking, trying to get through. But you look back a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month later, you barely see any cars. There's trees growing out. You know, and certain cities look like jungle cities. That's what Ezra is seeing. All right, it says, the virgins shall mourn, having no bridegrooms. The women shall mourn, having no husbands. Their daughters shall mourn, having no helpers. All right, in the wars shall their bridegrooms be destroyed, and their husbands shall perish of famine. Because guess what? There is going to be a war. There is going to be a draft. And all you unlucky ones are going to get caught up in that. And just know, if they send your ass over there, you're not coming back. All right. Verse 35. Hear now these things and understand them, ye servants of the Lord. Okay? Because we're the only ones who are ultimately going to believe and understand these things. Verse 36. Behold, the word of the Lord, receive it. Believe not the gods of whom the Lord spake. Behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack. So that's a stern warning, man. That look, this is what I just saw, and it's coming fast. All right, so get right, okay, and make sure that you're doing what you got to do, okay, because it's not gonna be words, man. Eventually, the warnings are gonna stop, the words are gonna stop, and what we've been telling you is what you're gonna start seeing and living, okay. So with that, I'm just gonna end it there. Lord willing, you were edified. In closing, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAWCHAA, QADASH. Until next time, Shalom.